Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WrestleScope 119. Is Tony Khan making a mistake? Thank you for tuning in. My name is John. It is 119 days in a row live here on the channel. Please, if you have not done so yet, give a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated every time that we are on. Hello, TKG. How are we doing tonight? As you can tell, my voice is still not 100%. Actually, I think it's gotten worse. So this is, again, going to be a short stream. But what I want to talk about tonight is the announcement from just a few days ago of Ring of Honor's return to pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, coming up on Saturday, July 23rd. So this will be Ring of Honor's return to pay-per-view since Supercard of Honor a couple of months ago. And I asked the question, is Tony Khan making a mistake with this? Because, yes, we have seen Mercedes Martinez numerous times on AEW programming defending the Ring of Honor Women's Championship and tag teaming with Serena Deeb. We have seen Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and obviously his feud with Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt. The Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta, has been a very active part of Ring of Honor, AEW, with the Blackpool Combat Club. And Jonathan Gresham, the Ring of Honor World Champion, has made numerous appearances. But beyond that, we haven't seen much of Ring of Honor. There has not been an announcement of a television deal of any sort, though Tony Khan has been working on that. Is doing this pay-per-view, especially so soon after Forbidden Door, is this a wise decision by Tony Khan? And I ask this for a couple of reasons. One, the cost of AEW pay-per-views here in the United States, at least. I understand those of you in the UK and overseas, you can utilize Fight TV and you're paying, $9.99 or $19.99 for the shows. But here in the United States with Bleacher Report, it's $49.99. Assuming Death Before Dishonor is going to be in the neighborhood of a $39.99 or $49.99. Is Tony Khan making a wise business decision for fans? Because we have gotten so used over the last few years with WWE, with having the network and now Peacock available for under $10 a month, where you don't have to pay extra for the pay-per-views. And in the difficult financial times that we are in right now, is it wise for them to be doing shows? This would be 3 months in a row for Tony Khan entities. We had Double or Nothing in May. We just had Forbidden Door in June. And we're going to have Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor in July. And then at the very beginning of September, we're going to have All Out. Is this a wise decision? And we also don't have television to build to this unless he's planning on doing big, some storylines on Dynamite and Rampage and Dark and Dark Elevation. Ring of Honor it's got the name, but have the fans gone elsewhere now? There's not been Ring of Honor television since, February? Nothing going on with it. I think, quite honestly, Tony Khan should have waited to do, unless they are going to be making an announcement on that show about a television deal, which could be huge. But I think they should be waiting until they have a television deal. It's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I look at it from my standpoint, from a financial standpoint of, I don't know if I'm going to be able to order that show. And I want to see it because I want to see what a full Tony Khan Ring of Honor production is going to be. Supercard of Honor was announced well before he bought the company. So it was 80% the old Ring of Honor crew and 20% Tony Khan. They could have changed it to August. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if you're talking general pay-per-views, we do have Clash at the Castle, don't we? No, that's in September. You're right. There is no August pay-per-view this year. I think WWE is doing 2 in September. They're doing Clash at the Castle and something else. And that's why they moved SummerSlam the way they did. Yeah, it's starting to get fatigued because one, and I've been critical of WWE. They don't need to do monthly pay-per-views anymore. I think 6 a year is more than enough. They don't need monthly pay-per-views. I think AEW is doing it right. This year, they're going to have 5. They're going to have their traditional 4 and Forbidden Door. I think 6 is a good number for any company. Monthly pay-per-views is a mess. I think we're going to get an announcement very soon for this. The big thing with a streaming service is making sure that there is enough content. You've got to make sure you've got enough content. Now that Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor, that means he owns the rights to the very first All In, which was a Ring of Honor show. So you've got all of the depending on what platform it's on, I'm assuming it's going to be a Discovery Warner Brothers platform. They will have all the Dynamites, all the Rampages, Dark Elevation, all the pay-per-views. Then you have Ring of Honor and their entire library. I think what needs to happen, before Tony Khan announces a streaming deal, they need to get a hold of the tape library of one more company. And the question is, who hasn't WWE snatched up yet? Because WWE owns just about every tape library that there is, minus the existing companies. TNA Impact, NWA. Ooh. What if Tony Khan was able to get into either a business deal or purchase the rights to NWA? Imagine. Brian, no, I don't think there will be a joint deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling. NJPW has their NJPW World. So, I think a streaming service may come after the first of the year. I agree, Michael. Now, I am really hoping that Tony Khan proves me wrong. I really hope he does prove me wrong. That he's got 3.5. That's a thing. He's only got 3.5 weeks to promote this show. And what are the expectations? I mean, are they going to heavily promote this on AEW television? I would assume they would. But you're going to have to announce matches like now, like immediately, starting this week. You have to start announcing matches. I mean, the automatic given we're going to have is Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. That is a given. I think Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb. That's pretty much a given. I think we're going to see Jonathan Gresham versus Brian Cage for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Wheeler Yuta obviously will be defending his title. Of course, how could I forget? My goodness. The Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. Sorry, boys. Sorry, top guys. Didn't mean to forget about you guys. So, excuse me. Gresham and Moriarty are teaming. I believe it's going to be on Rampage this week. That they're going to be taking on whatever that team that Tully Blanchard has. I think that's Rampage this week. So, I mean, you've already got 5 matches right there, 5 championship matches. Plus, you can have 1 or 2 other matches in there. But you've got to start making announcements of talent and other things. You can't just use just the people we've seen. You've got to add some more in. And maybe this is going to be a test run for Ring of Honor. I don't know. But you got to do something to really garner attention. And yeah, Tully Blanchard Enterprises. That's right. You've got a pretty good core right there. And like I said, you've got FTR, you've got Jonathan Gresham, Brian Cage, Wheeler Yuta, Mercedes Martinez, Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal. You've got a good nucleus there. Now, I don't want it to be just, hey, let's move some AEW talent that we haven't been utilizing much over to Ring of Honor. I want to see Dalton Castle, Silas Young. I want to see some of those people. I'd like to see oh my goodness, what's the name of the organization that Maria Kanellis just started? Women's Wrestling Army, WWA. I want to see them do something in conjunction with Ring of Honor. I would love to see that. There's a lot of things that can be done, that should be done, that hopefully they will do. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Twitter here. Can you tell just how the problem is? Honor No More is in Impact. Those are guys that are, I don't know if they're fully contracted to Impact Wrestling. That would be cool. But then again, you have you have too much AEW crossover there. That is a great question. I do not know. I would speculate that, honestly, outside of Blood and Guts, I don't think anything has been announced for tomorrow night. Let me see. Let's see. We get the fallout from Forbidden Door. We get Blood and Guts. Hang on a second. I'm trying to look and see here. Yeah, the promo only talks about Blood and Guts. So surprisingly, nothing else has been announced for Dynamite tomorrow night. And that is very unusual for AEW. Usually we get at least a couple of matches announced, unless they announce them tomorrow morning. Now they did have on YouTube, they did have the Road to Detroit on, and I did not watch that. So hold on, let me see something here. I just got to make sure that the audio is turned down.
I think Forbidden.
Okay. Let me pause that. Let me look in the comments here. Okay, I'm not seeing anything in the comments about matches. Okay, they've got about Blood and Guts. Yeah, the heavy focus obviously is on Blood and Guts. We're going to get Pac. Looks like we're going to get Thunder Rosa. FTR. We might actually get an appearance from Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, it really didn't say much. So, no, I cannot. Rich, I cannot play another YouTube video on my channel. I do. It would be a massive copyright strike there. I can't do it. If I was just doing Twitch, I think I could, but on YouTube, I can't. So, I'd like to think that's going to happen since Jericho ended up winning. His team ended up winning on Sunday. And they did win the Anarchy in the Arena. But again, you have the whole issue between Kingston and Claudio. And they've got to overcome the man advantage that JAS has. I would like to see the BCC and because wait a second. Hold on. Okay, so we've got, let me think about this. Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler. We got 6. Jericho, Sammy, Jake, 2.0, Daniel Garcia. I thought they were supposed to have a man advantage. Is Santana not in the match? Wheeler's obviously in it. Or is Minoru Suzuki going to get added into that and be the 7th man? Is it going to be 7 versus 6? Oh, that's how they're doing it. Okay. Gotcha. It starts off with 2, and then when the next man comes in, it'll be JAS. So they will have a man advantage for the majority of the match until, with the exception of the beginning segment, and then when finally the last guy comes in. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they didn't explain it well. They just said there were going to be a man advantage. So they made it sound like there was going to be an extra guy in the match. Wow, Creed Brothers defending against Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp. That came quick. Yep, just like War Games. I miss the old War Games. Yeah, well, obviously Suzuki's not in it now. If that's the case, Suzuki is not in it now, which is a shame. I would have loved to have seen him in it. That match is just screaming for him to be in it. All right, we got off track here, and that is perfectly fine. Yeah, Kid is awesome. I saw a story, but I didn't read it, that Dana Brooke was in a car accident, and that's why she was not at Raw. And I haven't seen any details about it. I know Wrestle Talk had posted something about it earlier, and I haven't. Let me see if I can pull up the story here. Let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. Let's see. Dana Brooke took the tour today to provide an update on why she missed last night's show, revealing that she was in a car accident last week. She tweeted, "Much love to the WWE Universe for the love and support, standing up for me. The reason why I was not at Raw last night was because I got into a bad car accident last week. I'm doing good and will be back in no time. I really appreciate the love and couldn't ask for better fan support." Yep. Yes. Back to Ring of Honor. Kevin Kelly. I didn't like Kevin Kelly when he was in WWE, but man, working with New Japan, he is great. Caprice Coleman, I like him on commentary. I hated his little segments that he did on Ring of Honor television, but on commentary he's great. And Ian is the best in the business. Ian is hands down the best in the business. You know, I look forward to every time there is a Ring of Honor match on AEW television because we get him. And let me say, I was so happy at Dynamite last week when it was Dasha and not Justin Roberts. I give all the credit in the world to Justin Roberts for the way he has busted his ass for the last, a decade plus to get where he is. Yes, Bobby Cruz. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Bobby Cruz. That's right. Yeah, not Ian. Yeah, Ian's great on commentary, but yeah, Bobby Cruz is the best ring announcer in the business. Justin Roberts is just way too over the top. He makes it about himself. And I mean, he's good. The fans like him. He's not my cup of tea. Okay. And I know he just had a surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he just, and no ill wishes for him, but I don't like his ring announcing style. I don't, and as somebody that has done ring announcing, not to the level that he's done, but I don't appreciate the over the top stuff. I really don't. Give it to me straight. Give me what Bobby Cruz does. Give me what Gary Michael Capetta used to do. I mean, he was the guy. Gary Michael Capetta was the guy that got me interested in being a ring announcer. That's, he was the reason why I wanted to do it. Okay. I'm hoping I could get some opportunities again. We'll see. If not, I'll just continue to do my YouTube stuff. All right. I went a lot longer than I thought I would tonight. I've felt like trash all day long. So I'm actually going to get out of here now. I'm going to watch the, what is it? Is this the main event for NXT? Mandy Rose and Nikita Lyons? Is this the main event, or is there something coming up after this? I can't see this being a 20-minute match. But then again, who knows? I'm sorry, I'm just not into Nikita Lyons. I'm just not into her character. Oh, yeah. Tony Chimmel. If I had my full voice, I would do my Tony Chimmel imitation, but I can't do it right now. I just can't. So, thank you very much, Dorich. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get going. Hopefully, I will be better tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. I will be on after Dynamite tomorrow night. We will talk blood and guts. We'll talk about everything else that happened. Have a great night, everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow.